So I always just pull the valve and let it dump out.
Wait, on the ground?
On the ground, that and the gray. You know, it's just pee and poop. We all pee and poop. So what?
Oh, man. There are just so many things about that. So first off...
So folks, today we're going to have a video on camp etiquette, how to have friends and not offend people, and how to behave and how not to behave. I understand this is an exaggeration, but I think there's an element of truth in all of it. What do you think, Brian?
Yeah, absolutely. So, you know, again, we are exaggerating for the purpose of making a good video for this, but there are elements to every one of these actions we've come across in our travels. So every single one of the things we're talking about today, we've seen glimmers of that throughout our years. And so it's just, again, you want to treat other people how you want to be treated, and you just want to be respectful of other people in the land. And I think that'll go a long way towards making just everybody happy.
All right, we'll jump in. Hope you're not terribly offended, and I do hope you learned something. Hi there.
Hey, Bob, I thought you were in Yuma.
No, I'm Bob's long-lost twin brother, Bubba.
What?
Bub, yeah, I know it. He doesn't like me very much, I don't think, because he never talks about me or tells anyone about me.
I've known Bob for 14 years. How have I never heard of Bubba, his twin brother?
He's jealous of me.
Wow.
That's it. He doesn't want anyone else to know what a great guy I am and what a loser he is in comparison.
Wow. Well, I think a lot of people would disagree with you on the part of that, but it's a pleasure meeting you nonetheless. So,
nice to meet you.
Yeah. So
Bob did say I could come over and visit with you. I'm just brand new on the road. I've just started, so I got a lot to learn.
Well, excellent. Why don't we take a seat and we'll chat a little bit.
All right, let's do that.
All right. So you said you've been on the road for just a short time. Like, how's it going so far? Do you love the lifestyle like most of us out here?
Well, I do love the lifestyle, but you know, one thing Bob said was I'd make more friends than I ever had, and I would make, you know, these deep friendships.
Yeah.
And man, that's not happening for me. I don't understand it because I'm such a great guy. Why don't people seem to like me? That's my question, really.
Wow, yeah, that's really surprising to me because I feel like the nomadic community is so kind and generous, and so that really does surprise me. Maybe you can tell me some of the things that you do on an everyday basis that you think you might be getting these ill remarks about?
Yeah, people seem to get mad at me all the time. And
really?
I'm just such a great guy. I don't understand that. I love having people around me.
Oh, yeah.
I like being close, so I just come right up and camp right next to them. And they come out and they yell at me and they say, it's a big desert, go somewhere else. And I don't know. I just, yeah, don't we all want to camp together and make friends?
Oh, so these people you're camping next to, you don't actually know them first?
Never seen them before.
Oh, okay. Well, I can definitely help you with this. So, you know, a lot of us nomads, we really enjoy our alone time. And when we have other people camp with us, it's because we know them and we're friends with them and we trust them. Maybe park a little further away next time. You don't want to park right up next to them because, again, a lot of us like that alone time. But, you know, if you're out on a walk or something during the day and you wave at them, you might strike up a conversation. Yeah, as a general rule, you know, if you see someone camping off by themselves, they probably want to be out there by themselves. So maybe in the future, just keep that in mind of, you know, just going a little further away from people until you get to know them.
Okay, I can try doing that because I'm not, you know, everybody's mad at me because I park too close. But then I guess what I'd have to do is park further away and then come up and bang on their door and look in their window. I've done that. And again, people get mad at me. They act like I'm their enemy or some bad guy. I'm a great guy.
Did you just say you were looking in their windows?
Well, yeah.
Huh. I'm beginning to see some reasons that people are having some issues with you. Maybe something you want to consider in the future is just maybe not doing that.
Not doing that?
In fact, what you're doing, try doing 180 degrees the other direction.
Oh, okay.
Just a thought, just an idea. Yeah, that's a little intrusive and people might feel like you're invading their privacy. So a lot of us, again, come out here, we like our privacy, we like our solo time. And as a general rule, if everything's closed up, you don't go knocking on their door. If you see them outside and they're hanging out, say hello. You know, oftentimes people will welcome you in, they'll have a seat just like we're doing right now. but I would definitely hesitate on, just going up, knocking on people's doors, and certainly do not look in their windows. I think as a general rule, if you can live being kind and considerate to people, be respectful of people and their space, I think it'll go a long way.
All right. Boy, you folks have a lot of strange rules out here. I don't know.
All right.
Another thing people are yelling at me about all the time is my generator. I got to run a generator. I don't have any solar yet. I can't afford it. So I'm running my generator. And, I'm a night owl. Nothing wrong with being a night owl. I'm not embarrassed. So I'll be running my generator in the middle of the night. And they get mad. They come over the next day and say, do you have to run your generator all night? And I say, yeah, I'm a night owl. So what do I do about those bad people that treat me that way?
Bubba, it's one of those things a lot of us come out for the peace and quiet. So I would say if you are going to run your generator, one of the first things I would say is go further away. Just as we talked about the first thing, people come out here for the peace, the quiet, they want to look at the stars. So maybe going further away might be respectful and courteous to them. Maybe consider, running it for a little while and then leaving it off, and seeing what your batteries can do. And if you can go a little bit longer without, maybe turn off a few extra lights or not, something of that order. So just a couple things for you to consider.
All right, just more rules and weird rules for you weird people. Well, I do love being a nomad, and I would like to keep doing it, but I got to have friends, and if this is what I got to do, then this is what I'll do.
I think it'll go a long way to making those friends and connections for you.
One thing I notice is that the wind blows a lot here.
Certainly does.
There's a lot of mice and coyotes and things, and so I put my trash out, and the wind blows it all around, and that seems to upset people.
Yeah, so that goes really into trying to keep our public lands open to us, because the more, and I understand you can't control the wind, but you can control the circumstances where the wind takes your stuff, right? So rather than putting a bag outside that might be half open and things are falling out of it, or you leave it outside, a coyote or dog is gonna get into it, shred it, and all that plastic and paper and stuff is just gonna go flying everywhere. And that's just gonna really be unsightly, and it's just really, we wanna leave no trace. So I would say keeping your trash in with you or in your truck, somewhere it's contained, it can't blow away.
Is this Bob's dog?
Yeah, this is Cody. Yeah, he is just one of the most perfect dogs ever. He's very calm. Do you have a dog as well?
Yeah, I do. And like all dogs, he likes to bark. This Cody really seems to like me. He must know I'm Bubba.
Maybe.
Bob's better half, better brother.
Yeah, it might be. He certainly is kind of taken to you.
Yeah,
so.
And so, and I do have a dog. I left him at home. Mm-hmm. And, I want a good watchdog. That's what I want. Anything moves out there, I want my dog to bark. And he's a good dog, and he barks a lot. And my neighbors complain about that. What's the matter with them? Don't they want their dogs to protect them?
Well, they do. I think a dog barking in certain scenarios is probably a good thing, but when it's incessant and constant, again, a lot of us come out here for that peace and quiet, and we just don't want that dog barking and barking and barking. How does he do with other people?
Well, he's a good protection dog. He growls and he barks at people, and if they get too close, he'll nip at them. And if he knows them and likes them, he'll come up and jump on them and want them to pet him. And he's the perfect dog.
Huh. Well, we all have different definitions of perfect, and I would say there are a lot of people who are scared of dogs. And so one of the things, if your dog is going up and jumping on them, that can be very upsetting to them. So just out of curiosity, does he come back when called, and or do you have him on a leash or anything?
No, I don't want to put my dog on no leash. I want him to be running around wild and free, just like me. And he ain't very good at coming when I call him. He got a mind of his own, and I like that. I like that a lot. But no, if I call him, he just ignores me.
Yeah, okay. Well, and so if he's going and meeting other people and nipping at them, he won't stop if you tell him to?
No, he's a good dog. He's protecting me.
Okay. Well, that is something to think about for myself, and I would say you may want to go into some dog training. So that may be something you want to consider. And again, if he's not going to come back, if he's just going to go bite people, that's a problem. Like, we don't want our dogs attacking other people or other dogs. So I would say unless you have good control, voice control over your dog, you should really have him on a leash, because people aren't going to like that. That, or go really far away where you know nobody else is camping. That's fine, go ahead. But yeah, otherwise, if you're camping around people, you probably want to be safe with those other people.
Also, everybody likes music. There's got to be nobody doesn't like music. So I play my music so all of us can enjoy it.
Well, you know what, one person may love one type of music, other people like different kinds of music. So while I appreciate you liking to share, sharing is caring, but when it comes to this, I think you might want to err on the side of caution and maybe not share that specific thing. So maybe just don't play your music real loud. Again, one solution, just go further away. If it starts infringing on other people's happiness, that's where we get a little bit of a problem.
All right, but so I guess I carry an ATV because some people seem to complain about me driving over the bushes and through the gullies, and sometimes I've had to cut down some trees because they were in my way too. So people seem to not like that.
Yeah, again, it's going back to that leave no trace thing. We got to protect our lands, right? And so you see a nice flat spot, but it has a bunch of bushes in there. We don't want to knock those down because we want, you know, the critters to have somewhere to live, and we also want, it's just pretty. Like, we want to see a little greenery and a little shrubbery. So I think that, yeah, you don't want to do that. We really want to go to established campsites that are already there. If there's a fire ring there, someone's clearly been camping there before, but you don't want to create new paths or new campsites in general. So, you know, just kind of keep that in the back of your mind, that don't disrupt nature, because we all come out here to love nature.
All right, you know, I got to have me some friends, so I can do all these things.
Right.
I can live with your strange and weird way of life, but I got to have friends.
Right.
I really like people, so I'm going to do it.
All right. You know, one thing I always like to ask new people is, like, how is it, like, you know, going to the dump station and doing, like, the black water tank and gray water tank? You doing okay with that stuff? A lot of people like to talk about that. Some strange reason.
Well, I did take the RV to one dump station, and boy, did it go bad.
Oh.
I don't even want to talk about it no more.
We have stories.
Things were everywhere.
It happens. It absolutely does.
So I vowed I'd never go to another one. So wherever I am...
you aren't going to go to another dump station?
Oh, no. I don't want that to happen again.
Huh. All right, continue. I'd love to hear the rest of this.
So I always just pull the valve and let it dump out.
Wait. On the ground?
On the ground, that and the gray. You know, it's just pee and poop. We all pee and poop. So what?
Oh, man. There are just so many things about that. So first off, yeah, it's you really don't want to do that. That like, the critters get to get into it. It's polluting. It's nobody wants to smell that or see that. You really want to go to places that let you dump your tanks or, you know, get rid of your waste. Because, man, that's one thing, that if anything is going to keep us from, you know, keeping these public lands open, that is going to take away from that. It's, man, could you imagine, you see all the people out here camping, if we all did that, what would it smell like here?
Well, that is a good point. I'm not sure. I don't think I'd want to be out here with all that poop and pee everywhere.
No. So I would say, you know, keep it in the places that you're supposed to do it, because that is very important. And I'll tell you what, we've all had those stories of those mishaps at the black tanks and gray water at those dump stations. It's not the first time it's happened, but you'll get better at it. And once you start learning how to do that stuff, it's a piece of cake. You'll get this, Bubba. You will get this.
All right. So would you be willing to go with me and show me one time?
I would absolutely be willing to do that.
Okay.
So, but I will observe and instruct, but I'm not going to do it.
Okay. I got me some gloves, so
right.
I can do that.
That sounds perfect. Well, Bubba, it was great catching up with you today. Again, I'd never met you before. I'd never even heard of you before. But you know what? Bob's a lucky man to have you as a brother.
He sure is.
Yep. And so I feel for him. I mean, it's great. So I think it's wonderful. But you know, I hope that I helped you out a little bit today, and I hope that this stuff helps you like make some more friends out there. And I would say my parting words to you would be: treat others as you want to be treated. Treat other people with kindness and consideration, and be respectful of the people and the land. If you keep those things in mind, you're gonna make a lot of friends and you're gonna have a lot of fun out there, because man, this community is amazing. We have so much fun out here, living on the land and just enjoying the serenity of everything. So I can't wait for you to get there.
Maybe I kind of lost sight of that. I'm gonna give that a lot of thought and go back to making sure I treat everyone the way I want to be treated. That's good advice right there. I'll do that. I'll be respectful and thoughtful. Thank you so much for helping me straighten out these few little things I was doing wrong.
It's my pleasure. My pleasure. Absolutely.
All right. Well, I'm going to take off. Nice to meet you. Say hi to Bob, although he probably don't want to talk about me.
Oh, I'm going to tell him tons of things about you, though.
Okay.
I cannot wait for that. Can't wait to see Bob now.
All right. Good. So, folks, I know that we did some extreme things here. I don't know if anybody ever acts the way we've described, but a lot of us do act to a small degree like what we've described here. So if you watch out for it, you will learn how to be a much better neighbor, and you will have much less problem. Well, Brian, thanks so much for playing out this little this little skit.
It was a lot of fun.
It was fun. I had a good time too. And above everything else, I want to say, if you want to have friends, you just be friendly. Be friendly, be thoughtful, introduce yourself to people, but do it kindly and respectfully, thinking of them even over yourself. That will go a long way towards having more friends. So if you got anything out of this video, like us on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up button, and we'll talk to you later. Bye now.